Hello, beautiful people. How are you? I bet you are fine. How has online schooling been? Strange? New? That's how it is for everyone. But for me and for you. But the most important thing is that we care for each other and we want to make this work, so it's going to work. So, friends, I have something interesting to tell you. I want to tell you a story. A story that I know you already know. But then I'm going to just tell you the story again because it is always good to hear a very good story. So, once upon a time, a little boy lived with his daddy and his elder brothers. And then he was so young that he was not even up to the age to be enlisted in the army. To enlist in an army is like being registered in a school, okay? So he wasn't enlisted in the army. He was at home helping his mommy and his daddy, running errands for them. But then his daddy said, please help me take food for your brothers who are at the war front. Then he took the food, the basket, and then he said, also take something for the captain of the army. So when he got to the camp, he saw a huge man. He saw a giant, and the giant said, come and fight me. I am Goliath of Gath. Come and fight me. One person should come and fight me. I will kill you. I will do. Immediately Goliath comes out like this. Boom, boom. You know when he puts his leg on the floor, everywhere will shake. When he puts his leg, boom, 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 boom. Everybody was afraid. Even the king. The king ran. Everybody ran and hid under somewhere. They were afraid. And can you imagine? A little boy just entered and said, why are all of you running? Who are you running from? That man? Huh? I can beat him. Who is he to defy the army of the living God? He's so small, I will deal with him. The brother just said, shut up, little boy. You've come here to make trouble again. Come on, shut up. Shh, shh. Don't allow anybody to hear you. He left his brother and said, beg. He went to another person. He said, please tell me, what will happen to the person that will kill this man? And they said, anybody that kills this man, the king said he will give him his daughter to marry, and then his family will never pay tax again in Israel, and his family will be regarded as royalty. He said, hey, are you serious? Is that what is going to happen? Then of course I'm going to kill that man. I'm definitely going to kill that man. That is how they took him to the king. And the king said, my boy, you are so small. You can't even be in the army. How come you are saying you can kill this big man like this? And David said, of course you know it's David. And David said, aha, I've done that before. I've killed the lion and I've killed the bear. With my bare hands, I have killed them. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be like one of them. The king said, hey, my dear, go with God, oh. Go with God. Let God help you. But of course, the king didn't believe that, right? The king said, okay, where my big armor? He said, no, I don't need that. It's too much. I don't need that. And then he went and selected 5 stones and he held it. Then he held his sling. Can you see his sling, friends? Can you see his sling? He took his sling and then he moved on. He went down. And then when Goliath saw him, Goliath thought he was a huge joke and he started laughing. He said, oh, who do you think I am that you sent this little rat to come and meet me? Hey, these Israelites have insulted me today. I'm going to eat you. I'm going to put your body out for the birds of the earth to eat you. I'm going to do this. That was all he was saying. And David said, who are you that you should defy the army of the living God? Today I'm going to cut off your head. And Goliath was just coming towards David. And you would think that this little boy should run back, right? No way. He didn't run back. He ran forward to Goliath. And then he now whirled his sling. And then the stone went off and hit Goliath on the head. Boop. And the mighty fell. Got him. And that was the end of Goliath, my friends. You won't believe this happened happen, right? But it did happen. And then, of course, David slew him, and David became the hero, and everybody started singing and dancing and praising him and said, oh, thank you, David, for doing such a wonderful thing. Friends, I hope you enjoyed listening to my story. Let's move on. Now, friends, we have heard so many stories like this. We've heard lots and lots of stories. But then, I want to tell you something. There are people in a story. The people in a story, or animals in a story, they are called what? Characters. Characters are people or animals in a story. So in this story we'll just listen to, let us list all the characters in the story. Yes, help me, my friend. Number 1, we have who? David, you are correct. The second person is who? Goliath, and you are very correct. The third person is who? His brothers, his father, the king. All of them are characters in the story, right? Very good. But sometimes there are characters in a story you like, and there are some characters you don't like. But there is a reason why you like those you like, and there's a reason why you don't like those you don't like. And today, we're going to find out why you like those you like, and why you don't like those you like. Let's go on, friends. So, if we want to describe a character, do you know why you don't like some of them? You don't like what they do. Yes, you don't like what they do. You don't like how they talk. You don't like how they look. So Goliath looked so big and scary, and then he was talking in an abusive manner. He was calling David, are you a rat? Yeah, he was calling David bad names. So that was why we didn't like him, right? And then, so how they behave, how they look, and all. Now, how they behave and how they talk, we call them that the things we can hear, but we can't see them. But how he looks are the things we can see, and we call them traits. Friends, can you say traits? Yes, traits are those character or those behavior that the character shows that makes us to like him or not to like him, right? So let's say traits, friends. Traits. Great job, friends. Let's go on and see the traits of David, and we'll see the traits of Goliath and decide why we don't like them. Friends, are you already thinking about that? Of course you are. Great job, friends. Now, friends, you can't say you like somebody or you don't like somebody without saying why you like him or why you don't like him. If you say, I like somebody, but you don't tell us why that thing is true, then you don't have an evidence. And evidence means the reason why I don't like what I don't like. So he said, I don't like playing with Soniru. Soniru is such a bad boy. He said, why? The other day, I saw him spitting into somebody's water. Or the other day, I saw him talking badly to the teacher. I don't want him to be my friend. So you see, you've given us the evidence. You've given us an evidence why Soniru should not be your friend. So an evidence is the reason why we like what we like or we don't like. The proof that what we said about somebody is true. So we can't just go about saying things about people, right? Without finding an evidence why we don't like what we like or why we like what we like about them. Right, friends? So let's see. Okay, let me give you an example. The other day, I saw that somebody had spilled milk on the floor, and I was wondering, who spilled milk on the floor? Who spilled milk on the floor? And then I was wondering, who did that? And then I said, it is Sunday. You spilled milk on the floor. And the Sunday said, no, I didn't spill milk on the floor. He said, I know you spilled milk on the floor. There is an evidence. So what is the evidence? I saw milk at the corners of your mouth. Cut you. So friends, evidence is the proof that something is true. So can we say it? Evidence is the proof that something is true. Evidence is the proof that something is true. So let's describe David. How would you describe David? What do you think about David? No, friends, I don't want you to say mine. So what do you think? Let's use evidence and think about David. David, what do you think? Of course, he was not afraid. Yes. He was a little boy. Of course he is. And the Goliath was such a huge man. You are correct. And David is not afraid. David has courage. David is brave. David is a hero. Yes. But what are the evidence to show that all this you've said is true? So let's see. How do we describe the main character, David? He's a young boy. He loves to play harp, even though it wasn't told in the story, but he does love to play harp. And then he believes that he can do all things through God's power. He believed that he could do all things through God's power. And did he do that? Of course he did, friends. So, friends, you need to remember that the traits we see outside, the things we see outside, like how tall they are, how beautiful they are, how smiley their faces are, all those ones are called what? External traits, outside traits. Outside traits. But the ones we don't really see, like what they say, how they behave, are called inside traits. Now, friends, let's describe the characters using the special word called traits. So David, I would say that David was confident. He has confidence. Yes, he has confidence, because even when his brothers tried to shut him down, he said, no, you can't shut me down. I know what I'm saying. I can kill this man. He was confident. And then when they asked him to approach the king, he approached the king boldly. And when the king even tried to force him to wear what he didn't want to wear, he said, no, king, I don't need that. He was confident. And guess what? He was not confident in himself. He was confident in God. Then he was brave. He's a brave man. Right? He showed his bravery by going out to fight Goliath. Then he's a caring person. People, is he a caring person? Yes. He cared for his brother. He cared for his father. When his father sent him on an errand, he did that without question. And when he got there, he went to visit his brothers to know how they were doing. So I think David was a caring person. And then he was fearless. Of course, fearless, because even when Goliath was talking, he was talking. Imagine a big, huge man is talking, and then the tiny boy like this is talking back at him, or talking back to him. Okay, now he trusted in God. Yes, he did trust in God. He wasn't saying, I'm going to kill you by my power. No, he said, I'm going to deal with you because you have defied God's army, and that God today would bring you into my hands. Now let's talk about Goliath a bit. Goliath was proud. Goliath was so proud. He said, come and fight me. I'm stronger than all of you. I can do this. I can do that. So he was a very proud man. And then he was boastful. Like I said, brag. Boastful also means to brag. He was claiming all the things he could do. He was saying, like, I don't need to think about it. I'm already sure that anybody you people bring, I'm going to kill the person. I'm so bold. He was boastful. And then he was also confident because he came out. Excuse me, friends. Okay? He was huge, like massively big, massive. Remember we talked about describing word. So if you were to describe Goliath, you would have said he is a huge, massive, enormous man, because that's how big he was. And then he was scary, really scary. That was why everybody, immediately he comes out, everybody will run and go to hide. So friends, these are the special words we have used to describe these people. Let's move on, friends. Now it's your turn. Let's use evidence. So we said, let's put it all together. So I can say, see what I can say about David? I can say, yes, that David is a hero because he fought for God's people and he defeated their enemies. So that's what I said. I said David is a hero because he fought for God's people and defeated their enemy. What would you say about David? So friends, I would want you to say one thing about David and one thing about Goliath. Try that. Let's see what you come up with. Yes, I've described David. I said David is a hero because he fought for God's people and defeated their enemy. What can you say? So you can say something you like. Now, let's do this beautiful activity. Friends, you know how much I love to do activities. Yes, I love activities. I love Miss Ticklefoot. Miss Ticklefoot, she is my first grade teacher. They said they love Miss Ticklefoot because it's their first grade teacher. Now, let's see why. Remember, we said that the character or the trait is, we're going to describe why we like what we like or why we hate what we hate. So when we describe why we like what we like or why we don't like what we don't like, then we said we are doing what? We are analyzing their character, or we are describing their character. Friends, can you say that with me? Describing character. Yes, describing their character or analyzing their character. Great job. Let's see what happens to Miss Fit. Now, I need to remove this picture, friends. Okay, so these are the words that we're supposed to use to describe Miss Ticklefoot. So, I love Miss Ticklefoot. She's my first grade teacher. Her mouth dropped open when we gave her a present. Friends, what would that be? Friends, what would that be? What character is she showing? Okay. Miss Ticklefoot smiles when he knows the answers. Okay, when someone knows the answer, Miss Ticklefoot will smile. She jumps when the fire alarm rings. She cried when our fish died, the class pet died, and she cried. She makes funny faces during recess. So when she's outdoor with the children, she makes funny faces. And she's concerned when one of us is sick. So friends, what do we say? Let's describe Miss Ticklefoot. Please, this is an activity. Pause this video and do this activity. Thank you, friend. Please pause the video and do this activity. You are supposed to tell us which character she displays when she opens her mouth when we give her a present. You tell us what character she displays. So you can choose from any of these words displayed on your screen. So you can choose from any of them and show us what happened. Why do we like Miss Ticklefoot? Okay, friend. Okay, so let's try the answer. Let's see. Miss Ticklefoot, her mouth dropped open when we gave her a present. Why did her mouth drop open? Because she was surprised. Okay, Miss Ticklefoot smiled when he knows the answer. And okay, sorry, I didn't show you where her mouth opened because we got her a present. See her mouth open. Then I'm going to take another color so that we don't mix it all up. Okay, then she smiles when he knows the answer. She is happy. When we know the answer, she's happy. Let's see her smiling when we know the answer. I can see her happy. She smiles when we know the answer. I can see her smiling. Okay, let's take another color of pen. And then when she jumps when the fire alarm goes, what happens when the fire alarm goes? She becomes very scared. Yes, she becomes scared when the fire alarm goes. Okay, and this is her scared when the fire alarm goes. Okay, when she cried when our fish died, the class pet died, she cried because she was sad, people. She was sad. That's why she was crying. And look at her here. She has a drop of tear on her face. Okay, she made funny faces during recess. Let's see what her funny face would look like. She made funny faces during recess. I can see the funny face already. This is the funny face. And what was that? Silly. She was trying to be silly. And she's concerned when one of us is sick. She is worried. And this is her, worried. Great job, friends. If you got it all right, then I'm clapping for you already. Let's move on, friends. Now, this is another activity, and it's about the mixed up Maggie. Once upon a time, there was a mixed up queen named Maggie. She got things mixed up. She wore her crown on her arm. She wore her shoe on her head. She painted every fingernail a different color. Then she painted her nose red. She used a fork to hold her hair in place. She wore a purple belt around her knees. The king didn't mind. He always wore his clothes backward. Friends, I leave you to read this and then attempt the question that would follow shortly. Pause the video, please. Okay, friends, this is what we want you to do. Please, this is a homework. I'm still going to send this to you tomorrow. You are supposed to draw this. I will be very pleased. You will make my day when I see your mixed up Maggie. I need to see your picture of mixed up Maggie. I want you to draw her crown on her arm. I want you to draw her shoe on her head. The same way they've said all these things. And then I want you to answer these questions. Well done, friends. I expect to see you do that. Okay, and this is another thing we are going to try. Okay, let's just do it. If you have the patience, you continue the class. Okay, can I go out and play? Begged Abby. Did you finish cleaning up your room? Putting your clothes away? Asked her mother. Yes, Mom. Abby's mom opened the bedroom door. She was happy to see that there weren't any more toys in the middle of the room. So can I go out, huh? What's that huge lump in the middle of your bed? Asked Mom. Abby's mom pulled back the bedspread to uncover a mound of pants, socks, and shirts. I thought you said you had put your clothes away. Well, they are away under my cover, said Abby. Abby's mom was disappointed. I think you and I need to work on this together so you learn the right way to put away your clothes. Abby sulked and stomped her feet. Boom! And as she and her mom opened her dress drawer. Abby. Friends, based on what we said already today, what do you think of Abby? What do you think? What do you think of Abby? I know what I think about Abby's mom. I think Abby's mom is a good mom. I think she's a responsible mom. That means she takes care of business. She takes care of the home. You know, she takes care of the home. She tidies the home. And she wants her daughter to grow up to become a very good girl. That's what I think of Abby's mommy. So what do you think of Abby? And what can you tell about Abby? Okay, let's see what we think of Abby. Let's compare what you've written. You need to write that down. So let's compare what you've written with what I have already. Abby loves to play, yes. She doesn't know how to put away her clothes, yes. And she's also very naughty. Now, this is our evidence. She loves to play because she kept asking her mommy, can she go out to play? Can she go out to play? Can she go out to play? She doesn't know how to put away her clothes because she piled them into a mound and covered them on her with her bedspread. And then I think she's naughty because she sulked and stomped her feet when her mom offered to teach her. Normally she was supposed to say, oh, thank you, mommy, that's very thoughtful of you. Now, friends, this is your last activity for the day. And I'm still going to send this as a homework. You're going to read a story and then you're going to tell us what you think about the character and you're going to tell us your evidence. Yes, friends. Oh, and we have, please, of course, I can't end this class without showing you my very beautiful face. So we have come to the end of this class. I had fun learning with you. I had fun talking about characters. And let me tell you what I think about you. I think you are a good child. I think you are going to grow up to become a responsible adult. I think you are very responsible because you do your homework. I think you are a very lovely child because you always help mommy at home. I think you are a wonderful boy and girl because you are always helping out with your younger brother and sister. I think you're a terrific child and I think you are the kind of child that should be my friend. Well done, friends. Bye.